Heavy Metal magazine is back, baby. Here they are with this explosive new first issue. I got it in two different covers. So look at this beautiful, they call it Psycho Barbarian cover. They launched this on Kickstarter and now it's gone back into regular publication, which I've also signed up for. I got volume 2 here that came in the mail already. Look at that gorgeous cover here by Brom, one of my all-time favorite artists, created the world of Dark Sun and the world of Dungeons and Dragons. Truly amazing artist. And I picked up this incredible San Diego Comic-Con exclusive cover here of volume 2, here signed by Lorenzo himself. Gorgeous, gorgeous design here. What's so cool about this magazine is it takes you back through the history of heavy metal, realizing that it stemmed off Metal Hurlant that was happening there in France with Mobius and team. It became the place where rebel storytellers and artists could dump their works and their creations unfiltered and controlled by the comics code because it was a magazine or for anyone else. And it became this place for great creation to happen. This also has an article that takes you through the history of the magazine and how it was purchased by National Lampoons. Yes, the people who did Chevy Chase's Christmas Vacation. They wanted a print world, and then ultimately later purchased by Kevin Eastman, became the head of it. And now it's swung back around and has sort of a new team leading it forward in the modern day here. And it's so exciting to be back. It's full of all of the nudity, mayhem, and incredible science fiction that you've come to love from heavy metal. This first issue, they did this really cool thing where they had this alien disclosure. They picked 8 artists that would take one image and just a little bit of a write-up to explain what would happen if an alien invasion were to happen on Earth and their interpretation. But there's 8 of them throughout the book. It's just this little tidbit that lets you explore art and gets you some food for thought. And that's what I love about these short anthology form stories. The story doesn't necessarily have to have all the depth and character structure to last for 100 issues, but it's just enough to prick your thoughts and to engage your mind. And check out the difference in these incredible art styles here. This is some sort of painterly thing out of Europe. In fact, I have the original issue where this story was released. There's a reprint. They did a couple of these that I kind of like that. They have rad stories like this, Evil Sex Bitch, about this woman in this Mad Max apocalyptic future who sucks the souls out of men and she uses them to continue her life. Kind of crazy. Just a short tidbit and it's done. And then we're back here with Tarna as well. She is the sort of the principal character of the heavy metal universe. She's this almost godlike character that hears the distress calls of humans and other people, and she goes and rights the wrongs of the universe. Hence, here she is in all this beautiful color on volume 2. They even have little prose stories like this here, just this 1.5 pages, beautiful piece of art, a little prose story. Without a doubt, the most compelling story of this issue here was Millstone. Wow, this is an amazing story about this guy. You can see he has this enormous millstone. It's attached around his head here. It goes down to this big stone block. He was used as a sacrificial offering to save the people from this thing called the Unfolding, where people are randomly dying, and it's this sort of fantasy world where magic is just a sprinkling of it in there. And then he somehow survived the millstone, unlike all those others who died before him. Now he uses it like this crazy weapon, almost like a ball and chain. Here he is destroying this massive crab warrior and finding this young boy on the inside who'd been trapped, who has been playing around with magic and is there to help him and guide him on this journey. Now, what's so cool about this story is just an amazing setup, great writing and storytelling here. And this one is going to continue on in volume 2. I haven't read it yet, dying to get into it here. This was a funny bit here. I loved it. It's about these dwarves who are trapped in a mine, and finally they keep hearing this rattling outside their doors. They open it, and it just turns out it's just human miners coming in, and all these thousands of years have gone on, and the future has gone on without them. These fun tidbit stories scattered throughout this are what make the experience so fun. And then with the deeper stories like the Millstone and other long form stories like Gladiatrix, who will also come back here in volume 2 as well. Heavy metal is back. It's better than ever, guys. Get in.